It looks and sounds wonderful. So yeah, I like storms. Um, and it's rumbling at me, which makes me happy. So the first time I took you in, I went through the front door. This is actually my little back door. They just repoured this. This is outlets. I am not wearing shoes. I can scrape whatever stuck to my socks off. And close that. And nothing's changed in here, but I need the light because there is no light source in here. These are going to end up having to be rehomed because I need an extra shelf. But most big shelves I have, like the ones over here, are also deeper. So it would be a waste of these shelves. They're also narrower, so they still wouldn't work. Because I need that depth of shelf for textbooks. Oh, I do have some wall art up. These are Joel Watson prints. I have more in the house. I had ordered a bundle of 9 of them. This is where my comic books, not manga, just comic books are for now, which is why the Calvin and Hobbes flavored ones are over that. But those are probably going to be rearranged too because they don't really fill the space properly. And yes, I have 2 copies of every Calvin and Hobbes because I have that. This is a work in progress. Yes, I hang pants and pretty much everything else, but I've got my ties, and I don't really use belts, but I do own a few. I've got some of the bedding I intend to use up there for now, because, oh, yeah, so, more Joel Watson. The 2 Doctor Who flavored ones there, and outside the bathroom I have those facing each other, but I'm still trying to figure out how I want to sort those, but the blankets for not me or the cat are already kind of taking up there, which is why the ones I do intend to use for us are elsewhere for now. So in here I have black framed ones of these, and that is a little metal folding shelf, but since I'm not sure where it's going to go, it's been there since I rinsed all the dust off of it, because it was way easier than actually physically dusting it. Those little metal hooks for the shelves kept trying to bite my fingers. But yeah. And then, I mean, all the gaming related books are there, but the shelves that I know are going to be under them, or on that wall, are marked out, and all of these are going to be shelved together, but on shelves that aren't here yet. That one of those is there. Those are still just sitting there. I did a smarmy little thing here, but Mom had actually given me that years ago. It's just, I haven't had wall space to hang anything. We will get to the red ribbon later. And that's one of a big set, but I figured having Mom here would be nice. But it ends up in a paired smarmy kind of thing over where the love seat's gonna go. It's not the most efficient use of these shelf spaces, but I wanted to do at least something that had like aesthetic linking. So like all of this one is Cthulhu based stuff, so like my Necronomicon, but also my Voltaire stuff, including my badge for his Necrocomicon, which is why they actually pair together nicely. Some of the merch I got there ties into Cthulhuid stuff. And yeah. And the things that my friend Francis made are over here right next to Candy Claus. But yeah. So I finally have some of his merch on the wall, and then I get to some nerd fightery things. Mostly P4A perks, because that I think was a perk. I know the Hankler fish, and I ended up with multiple copies of those because actual perk, and then miscellaneous grab from a previous year's perks. So I have 2 copies of the green one, and then the original J squiggled one, his books, and then Let It Snow, which leads into the Books of Maureen's that I have. And then I figure since my uke's sitting there, I might as well put music stuff down there. Not sure what I'm going to do with that shelf in the middle yet. And this has been sitting over my bed since I got her, because it was the only spot I could put her. But she's out here where other people can enjoy her presence now. I have put all my gaming stuff in that corner with the folding card table that I actually use for big sorts, and all of my merch fits underneath except for the bags of bags. So that's set up and out where I actually want it to be. These haven't made it on the walls yet because I don't know how to hang them properly. Because, like, I could pin them through the fold, but I don't think that would work well, and it takes up more space. I just want them each on the wall like that. But every time I go home, I forget to look it up. Because I remember when I see them here that, oh, yeah, I want to figure out how to hang those properly. And every time I get back, I forget. But yeah, I have 2 very expensive pieces of paper, which is what they really are. But I worked hard to get them, and I want to actually be able to hang them. Unresolved boxes of books. Shocker. So, there's a little bit of progress in here. I haven't put anything in there yet. My fridge is kind of funny at the moment, because I guess who bought a bunch of Monster? I mean, the fridge still has its documentation in it, but it has Monster. I did find some things that can slide out laterally to fit in the corner spaces in the shelves there, but also down here. And then I have a new one of those because the one I have now is kind of cruddy and doesn't have a bottom piece anymore. So, yeah. Or not a good one. More Joel merch is make coffee, drink coffee, coffee is life, quiet the rage. I bought 3 of these because my best friend and his wife got the other 2. My labeling and sorting stuff that don't have homes yet. I started bringing over some cat-related things. Like, there's 2 fresh bags of catnip in there. I have catnip mist. I have catnip bubbles. Because of course I do. You know, even if my cat didn't like them, I actually like catnip. Its cousin Mint is overbearing, but I like catnip. So, more Joel prints. There's that one. Very cute. There's, because of course there is. And then there's the print version of that. This is a poster that the JSTOR Tumblr Overlord sent me, and I finally have a place to put up. So, hey, how about that? Greetings from Nerdfighteria, which has SciShow people signing it on the back because of funding a thing. That came with funding comic book, various pins, Nerd Fighter badge, tabletop thing. Oh, look. Cyrodiil. Soon. I am also happy when I see soon. VidCon related stuff. I have another one that's still next to my desk at home, but things are going to be moving here very soon because that is getting set up on Monday. I need, and that gets to the red ribbon, a 35-foot coax to reach the outlet and, you know, stay out of the way, because if it runs along the floor, it's going to get in the way. I'm going to trip over it, and no. I could use a shorter one if I did it, but no. But I do have a shorter one that I can use just to test it out to make sure it works, but as soon as my internet moves, my computer needs to move. So that's gonna happen soon. Whether or not my desk is here yet, I can move that 3-foot table if I need to actually make use of internet in the house it's going to be in, because it needed to be done, and I've had that box of new modem that I don't have to pay to rent per month waiting. There's the little vacuumy thing just to help keep little bits of debris that make it in out. But yeah, that stuff on these shelves is all stuff that's waiting for the shelves they're actually going to go on to be here, because there's shelves that are going to be there and there. These may sit by where my desks are going to be, because if you can see, the longer one is going to cut to there, and then the other one is going to run to there. And depending on how the space flows, like I said in the last one of these, this may be able to just sit along here, but that may feel too constricted and cluttered, especially right by the door. The door would still open, but otherwise it's probably going to end up there, because that's really the other place it could go. But it is making progress. It's looking like something. Oh, yeah. There's that. That's actually a paint by number that Mom had done for me. But yeah, it's actually starting to look like something. And when the internet's here in 2 days, it's really going to start feeling lived in, because I spend pretty much all my time on the internet. So that, but I'm working on getting the rest of the stuff here anyway. I'll get there. And I have rambled on about this crap for far too long already. So I'll talk to you next time there's actually an update.